Rachel. The Ethernet cord.
On wireless.
Yeah. Sandra, say hi to everyone. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Do I have another pour?
Hi, Siam.
Hi, Maxine. Hi, Nichelle. Is it the right one? It's probably not the right one.
All right.
Okay.
Seem to be fighting with a cord here, but that's okay. Xander, say hi. Don't trouble these. Xander.
Hi, Brad. Hi, Dr. D.
Dr. D. First I hear that name.
Dr. D.
You've been missing for a few weeks. Exactly. Looking forward to another education. I hope you got it online when YouTube posts the video. Last week we did land banking.
And what you did the week before?
I can't remember so far back. Can't remember so far back.
Yvonne says, Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. They should have a happy Grandma Day. Where's that day?
Maybe they do.
Happy Grandma Day.
Maybe they actually have it.
Hold on. I don't want you to touch anything here. I want you to
Hi, Debbie. Let me see if there's a Grandma Day.
Xander wants to touch. You're watching Mortal Kombat CN, but taking a break from my favorite realtors now. Did we watch it the other day?
Yes,
we did.
It was very good.
It was very good. We watched it the other day.
So Grandma Day is September 12th.
Isn't that your birthday?
Really, Mom? I was born September 2nd.
Oh, you're born September 2nd? Who born September 12th?
Your brother.
Oh, everyone. Getting them mixed up now, guys. So, okay, September 12th. I must remember. That's National Grandma Day in the United States, 2021. Isn't? You gonna take Grandma for dinner? You're taking me to the beach.
Courageous Tracy-Ann says, Good evening and happy Sunday, ladies and grandson. I missed a few weeks. I've been very busy.
Hi, Courageous Tracy-Ann. You missed when we did land banking. I hope you picked it up when they posted the video.
CM says, This is my third time watching.
Okay. Remember, if you don't catch it live, it's posted right after, right? Like immediately. When we come off at 5, it's posted. So even if you don't catch the live, Xander. They don't catch a live feed, they can still log on. So, or tune in. That's the word I'm looking for. It's log on or tune in, Xander. Which one?
It's probably both because it's internet based, so it's log on, but it's technically like a TV show, so it's tuning in.
Oh, internet based is log on. And it's like a TV show, so it's tuning in. Xander, you want to say hi? You want to touch the computer? Remember, Toni-Ann is saying no to touching the computer. So I can see you're conflicted about no.
Marcia says, no update on the Lakers recently.
Tony, you need to get out there and do the pictures.
More like videos.
The Lakers actually have reached the deck. So they have, some of them have been cast already. So the next stage now would be to do the flash up, to put in the windows and doors. So
coming along.
But we need to do the update for the map as well, so that those persons who actually purchase can see where their house is at.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm actually heading out of town. Maybe by weekend I should be able to do it.
Weekend? Okay.
I should have done it from last week, but I just got so busy, guys. Dr. D says he has watched all our videos. Thank you so much. Nice to see Tony. Hope all is well. Yes, all is well. Thank you for the happy Mother's Day. And to all you mothers, grandma and grandmas, happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day. Xander, you want to tell them happy Mother's Day? Tell them happy Mother's Day.
Look there. Somebody saying happy Mother's Day to Rachel.
Rachel.
It's Rachel's first Mother's Day.
Yes. Xander took her to dinner. Xander took Rachel out. So Xander just actually came back for his YouTube live and said, Mom, I cannot afford to miss YouTube live with grandma. I have to get back on time. So come on. Yeah, so Xander enjoyed his first Mother's Day. Looking forward to more Mother's Day.
I'm wondering, what did other people do for Mother's Day?
I don't know. We don't usually do anything. We usually hang out at home because usually on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And we usually spend every day, all day out on the road. Even Sundays. Some Sundays we tend to be working. These Sundays though, we tend to be hanging out at home and,
No, actually the last 2 Sundays we drove out and then came back in.
Oh yeah, we drove out to the country.
Uh-huh.
And then came back in. Sons, can you believe it? But we're trying to stay home for Sundays, guys. Need a day off. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for the happy Mother's Day. Well, everybody, this is where we take your questions. We're going to be looking at different ways you can earn income, right? Because a lot of persons call, Miss Davis, I don't have any money. I want to buy real estate, I don't have any money. I just don't have any money. Some of that not having money still is bad money management, really, because they're working, right? There's this term that I like to use in Jamaica, called the working poor. I just hate it. I hate when people say it.
The working poor?
The working poor. There's no way you should be working and poor, guys. No way. I can understand if you don't have no job and you don't have no means of making any income, and you never leave a trust fund for you, so you can just
might be poor.
You just may get into the poor life. But certainly, if you're working, I don't think you should be in the working poor. Some commentators just love to talk about it. Oh, the working poor, the working poor. No, I don't think so, Xander.
So what are they then?
The computer.
The working with bad money management.
Yeah, working with bad money management. I don't know how to keep their money in their pocket. Xander. Don't know how to keep their money in their pocket. Well, Xander is conflicted because we're saying, do not touch that computer. And he so wants to touch a computer. So he goes after it and he comes back and he remembers that we are saying, do not touch the computer. Xander have an elephant memory. I kid you not, guys. Xander, do not touch a computer. Right? Do not touch the computer. Not know anyway.
You might not know.
Not know why we're doing YouTube live.
Never. This is my very expensive Apple computer.
Okay,
never.
Artist said never. Not this one.
I'll give my Windows.
Give your Windows. Whose phone is that?
Yours.
They don't know that we're on YouTube live. All right, everybody. So this is where I take your questions. I can't take any phone calls right now. You have to ask me the question on, let me just put this on silent. Ask me the questions on YouTube Live, then afterwards you can actually just send me a message and I'll see if I can answer you. Where's the thing that puts me on silent? Sound is off. Mute is off. All right, so we're going to be looking at different ways that you can make money. You have any questions yet?
No questions. Maybe you can get right into the lesson. Do we have enough persons on? Only 50. Okay. Here's a question. Very soon Xander is not going to sit down for YouTube Live. That's so true.
Well, it depends on how disciplined he is, eh?
No, he's going to be very active.
Watch him. Xander. All right. Look this way. It's a screen in front of you there. Huh?
Mark and SS says hi. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and grandmothers.
Thank you.
Stepmoms.
Have to cover your mouth, Jan. What happened? What happened? You can't touch it. You can't move up and down. What's the challenge? Let's see how disciplined you are, Xander. Okay, anybody ask me any question? What is
Shoshana Paul wants to know, what is the highest debt service ratio that NHT would allow you to have before acquiring a loan from them?
Their debt service ratio was 30%. I don't know if they've moved it. I know Jamaica National is at 50%. Some of the other banks and so are at 40. Some are at 45. But I do believe Jamaica National, the highest debt service ratio. National Housing Trust. Time that comment for me. Let me see if they have revealed their debt service ratio. Housing Trust debt service ratio. When I was taking loan and Tony was taking loan, it was at 30%. But the National Housing Trust really wants to give it a loan. But you should take their loan first.
Maybe they don't. See something here?
Total monthly basis.
Oh, that's a form.
Total debt service ratio. Maybe they do tell you. I know it was at 30%. It suits you to, it suits you to take that loan first. The National Housing Trust loan, take that loan first before you buy any other property. Use that National Housing Trust, right?
Hi, Devon. Hi, Bob. Bob says, happy Mother's Day to you and your family, Miss Claudia, and much appreciation for what you do for us.
Thank you, Bob. I wanted to convert it, Bob Arthurs, right? Everybody listening to me, you must convert
the knowledge.
The knowledge. It don't make sense, you know, and you don't use it, right? You have to convert the knowledge. Xander. Don't make sense. You have to convert the knowledge, right? So even the books I recommend, no sense to you. So you can't use your hand, but use your foot. Don't touch it. Do not touch it.
Now we have it.
I'm going to be unruly now. Xander, quietly unruly behavior. Quiet unruly behavior. You're laughing, Bob. What you're laughing, Bob? Your quiet unruly behavior. What are you doing? Quiet unruly behavior. There's a question.
Okay, Devon says, future mother's wishes to Tony. Thank you.
Thank you, Devon.
Paul Clark wants to know, question. A person 59 applies for a mortgage of 24 million because of age, was only advised on 14 million. Has the income for the above 24 million, but because of age was only offered 6 years to repay.
You should at least be given 11 years to repay. Paul. But the loans go up to age 70. You should be given at least,
with every bank?
Yeah, 11 years to repay. Unless they're thinking that you're in a job where you're going to be retired at age 65.
One of those jobs where you definitely have to
come out at age 65. So they're giving you for 6 years because they calculate it to age 65. So what you can do is WhatsApp me, I'll give you another mortgage officer. I know JN goes up to age 70. Somebody wants to know what's the difference between development land and residential land. Usually development land is large acreages. I would say maybe about 5 acres or more, although we can develop 3 acres.
We can develop
1 acre too. I've developed 1 acre of land. I've developed 1 acre of land twice actually. So you can develop 1 acre of land. You can develop 2, 3, 4, up to 100. Any amount. 1 acre and above development land, because 1 acre you can put up into 4 quarters, or depends, you can put up townhouses, you can put up apartments at 30 habitable room to the acre in most areas. In St. Andrew, the density have moved in some areas to 70 habitable rooms to the acre. So on an acre now, if you're skillful, you can get the parking and all of that, you can get up to 70 habitable rooms to the acre. I think we missed a question. Jumping.
Someone says NCB doesn't give up to 70. NHT does, but not NCB.
Well, NCB is not heavily into mortgages. NCB is a bank, so is Scotia. You need a company that's heavily into mortgages, like Victoria Mutual. That's where I got my first loan when I was 23. Jamaica National. They're heavily into mortgages.
Building society.
Building society.
in the name.
Yeah. There used to be Victoria Mutual Building Society and Jamaica National Building Society. So Jamaica National is now a bank actually, but they're make money from mortgages. So they're the king of mortgages or the queen of mortgages, if you want to say that now in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at mortgage, I would say go to a mortgage company. If you're looking at short-term loan. So when we're looking short-term loans, we go to NCB or Scotiabank, right?
Mm-hmm.
More so, we like Scotiabank. Even though we bank with NCB, but we like Scotiabank. They're easy to deal with, really. And Scotiabank also have, why are you smelling Xander on camera?
Rachel, come on, take him.
Rachel, Xander. You're Xander. Remember, you're on camera. Watch him smiling at me. Smile at the people on the TV. Let's show them a pretty smile. Yeah, go. You probably need to change it. All right, so if you want a short-term loan, go with the banks. You want to go with a mortgage, which is a longer-term, building societies. All right.
Molly says, Sunday greetings. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Kadian says, oh, there's more before? Oh, wow. There's lots before. Okay, you did the question. What's the difference between development land? Okay, Shannon says. Claudia says.
Hold on. Residential land lot is usually quarter acre, third acre, half acre, so on. Our plots like 5,000 square feet, 6,000 square feet, 8,000 square feet.
Can be 3,000 and 2,000 square feet too.
Right. And there's Belacre is 2005. Right. What was the question? Hi, Claudia. Can you provide me with phone number of someone from the survey office about a piece of land in Portland?
The survey
office? What survey office? You mean a surveyor? You want a surveyor to survey a piece of land? Is that what you want, Claudia?
That's Claudius.
Claudius. What's up? May I ask? May I send you a number?
But this is for Portland. The person work in Portland.
I send you a number. Surveyors tend to go everywhere. I send you a number. I have my payments amount, 10% and more. But NHG point system is very stressing. So, Kadian, why are you staying and letting it stress you? You're to buy an open market. Yeah, we don't allow people to stress us. Remember, we spoke about the different shields that are available to you. So NHT is a shield, right? But NHT have a lot of different shields in and of the company itself.
It does.
Right? So
and NHT recognizes that they can't build all the houses that persons will need to purchase. So they say, yes, you can go on the open market.
Yeah. That's one of the shields inside of NHT. So you can go on the NH, you can go on the open market. Don't sit in a system that is stressing you. NHT wants to give the older persons who have not yet bought a property, because they realize that those persons, usually they're earning small amount of money. So if you're young, Kadia, your name sounds like you're young, right? You would have a longer time to still get a house. But somebody old who named Claudia and who named Isabel, and
Isabel is not an old person's name.
Elizabeth. Like Esmeralda.
Ruby.
Yes. So they would want to give those persons. That's how the NHT algorithm with the point system is set up. No, you can, if you join with your parent or with a parent.
Put them back up together.
If you join with a parent like your mother or father who's contributing to NHT, then you stand a chance of getting in on that algorithm. It's because your parent would have been older. But your parent must not have bought a property and they must be contributing to the NHT. Thank you. Thank you, Hey Jaman TV. Happy Mother's Day too. Paul says thanks. Was it Paul who asked about the mortgage?
I believe so.
Yeah, Paul. Send me a WhatsApp and send your mortgage officer. VMR JN. No, NCB don't. Right. NCB doesn't give up to 870. NHD, but not NCB, right? Sunday greetings. Yes. Happy Mother's Day. You like St. Catherine? You like Catherine Estate near Grace Kennedy in Spanish Town? Yes, Kadia. That one is for 5.5.
That's not NHD, that's the other company.
That's Housing Agency of Jamaica. Okay, then you kind of think your foot kind of short for those. They have gotten so many applications on that one. But if you still want to register interest in it, go to the Housing Agency of Jamaica website and complete the form that's there. Out of many, we are one. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Lovely smile to Grandma Mother's Day. Yes, thank you, Molly. Xander. Hi, Miss Davis. I've been giving energy contributions for 2 years. This July coming. What can I apply for? A scheme house?
When can I apply for a scheme house?
You can apply now, but if you're young, your chances of getting the scheme house is low. Buy on the open market. Which scheme house? Where are you in Jamaica? Which parish? NHT usually puts their scheme houses and the application on the website. You apply online, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Lucas, they're here. You can soon start the class. No, am I half hour in yet? No, all right. What's your other question?
Keith wants to know, what do you think about buying properties in Westmoreland, White House area for investment? I live overseas.
I can tell you that White House is slow.
But it's coming, right?
Not so sure. Faster zones, Portmore, St. Andrew, Spanish Town, in that order. North Coast, particular Ocho Rios, Draxall. So anywhere between maybe Discovery Bay to Aracabessa on the St. Mary side.
Mm-hmm.
Would be good enough, depending on what you invest in.
Montego Bay is good too.
Montego Bay is good too. Westmoreland, not so sure.
CM, I just wake as the rain came down.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Rain. It's raining. Where he is, it's raining. Las Veronica.
Out of many, we are one. Where is the cheapest parish to live?
Was St. Thomas.
That might change with the highway.
Now they're doing a brand new highway going through.
Maybe Clarendon.
Clarendon, for sure. Some parts of Westmoreland too. St. Elizabeth as well. The expensive parishes are St. Andrew is first, top the list. Right, St. Andrew, St. James, close to Montego Bay are more expensive. And then St. Catherine as in Portmore. What else? Cheapest is Clarendon. Oh, you're looking for a surveyor. All right. Wholesale figure number 2. I'm gonna post a number. I don't think you WhatsApp me, did you? No, you didn't. All right. Get to my contact. I'm gonna give you a number for a survey right now. When you call, tell him it's me. You go 806 4224.
Hold on, can you get it?
806
876.
No, 806 4224.
4224.
Yeah, that's Elfigo. He's a commissioned land surveyor. Actually, Toni-Ann's batchmate from UTech days, right?
Yeah, work call centers together as well.
You work call center together too? All right. So yeah, guys, call center jobs, remember, those are stepping stone jobs, right? So apply for one of those. You learn to sell, you learn to talk to people. It's a good training ground. 4224. All right. Mother's Day to you. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm about to purchase a house from one of the private builder. Do I have to make the 5 or 10% before?
It jumped, right?
Yeah, before. Yeah.
You found it back? Okay, I saw that on the last, looking for a surveyor.
You missed the question, ma.
No, it's further down.
It's further down. I'm trying to go on the open market. I'm with VMBS. Good. I have home savings. Yes, I'm young. Parents own property already. Oh, how much you qualify for the Ocadian? Maybe we can point in the right direction. Where are you looking for a property to? So if you have a 615 NHT, and I guess you're getting some money from VMBS, right? So how much you qualify for an Montego Bay? Hi ladies. Hija to reach it. Hija. That's somebody. They're saying don't reach it.
Oh, I think they're saying Hija Man TV don't reach yet, but I think
don't
she's
reach it.
here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because she answers at the bottom and says CM I'm here.
Okay, Toni-Ann sent you an email regarding the Roan Park estate. We have a Roan Park in Olab and the property in Dahlia Avenue in Kingston. Are they still available?
I know Dahlia is gone now.
Dahlia is gone now. We have a Roan Park.
That I'd have to check.
You have to check that. All right, you can scroll.
Is the application period for St. Catherine Estates house closed?
They haven't opened it yet. All they're doing now is taking your interest so you can sign up online. So that when they're open for the application, they'll send you an email. But that one is a hit and miss. You're not sure to get it. You just have to pray. That's one of those that you pray for. I actually bought some from Housing Agency of Jamaica already too. And I took a line up 5 a.m. in the morning, guys. Not nice.
Yeah, but no, you don't have to line up. You just click on
line. No, you don't have. Yeah, but it's still a hit and miss. I prefer the lineup. At least I'm sure I'm number 1 or number 2. At that time, I got number 7. So how does the open market work with NHT? You just look for a house. As them say on the open market. So you look for a house that a developer selling or that are individually selling, and you make your offer, them accept it, and them say yes, and then you pay a deposit, sign the contract, and then you go to NHT for the loan. So it's simpler than trying to wait on the housing schemes. Parts of Hanover is less expensive too. Well, I guess I keep forgetting about that parish now. Hanover. They don't have a lot of housing though. Survey Mr. Els Frigo.
Right. You took out my clip.
Survey. Okay. Sharon says, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Sharon. Have a wonderful day. I'm about to purchase a house from one of the private builder. Do I have to make the 5 or 10% first before I can apply for the loan? Usually you have to pay for the deposit and sign a contract, yeah. So you're taking the contract to NHT. to say that you're in contract and you're buying this place, right? And then you apply for the loan. Mr. Alexander is growing fast. Jennifer, hi, Mr. How you do? Thank you. Yeah, he's growing fast. Getting miserable now. Won't sit for long again. Dying for him to can't walk. Watch it now. No one sit down and then one stand up. So yeah, Xander is growing fast. Happy Mother's Day. I think you can probably. What happens, Xander?
The mommy soon come for you.
The mommy soon come.
Eating her dinner.
You eat your dinner already? Yeah? Xander, you want to sleep? Oh. He loves this Bob Marley song, you see, man. Xander, don't you worry. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, Xander, don't worry. About a thing. He just loves that song. He came home from the hospital. Well, in the hospital. The first day I saw him. He loved the song. If Tony sing it right through for him, now I'm just quiet. Xander, don't worry.
You want to hear Andy cook?
About a thing. Xander, don't you worry. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry. Xander, don't worry. About a thing. Xander, don't you worry. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning. Smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds. One of them was Xander. I tell you, you would listen to the song all day. And it don't matter the version. Any version. Whether you can't sing or you can't sing. He just loves the song. You love a good song, Zach. You love a classic.
Josh wants to know, I'm looking for a house in Kingston and St. Andrew, but everything is always under offer or under contract. What does under offer mean?
Richard, I think he probably wants to sleep.
Yeah.
Under offer means somebody put in an offer that got accepted. That's what it means. And then under contract means that that person went to contract with the lawyer and sign a sale agreement, pay their deposit. So under offer, it means somebody made an offer, got accepted, and they're now going to move to the stage of contract. That's what it means. All right. You want me to? You have another question? Let me finish the question. Let me just wrap these. I prefer line up rich people or script everything nowadays. Yeah, I prefer to line up too easy. Then they call live. I just go to 3 a.m. go wait.
What time did we go for the
5 a.m.
5 a.m. I remember that day.
Yeah, wake up early. I'm interested in B&B business. Where's a good place? North Coast, Portmore. Go onto Airbnb website and do a research, man.
Yeah, see what they're renting.
See what they're renting, the price.
And you can look at the reviews to see how much people is actually going to them.
Yeah, look at the reviews, and if you have an idea, can you see how many persons review the place?
Right, and maybe
you will see over what period too. So you might see somebody going Monday, and then you see somebody that's going Friday do a review. Somebody go, you understand? But if you see the reviews look far and few in between, then you know, hey, they're not getting a lot of people.
And what you can do is check the availability date on the calendar to see if they're even available.
Yeah. So New Kingston is good too for Airbnb. New Kingston in St. Andrew for the business people, and North Coast tends to be good because of the tourists coming in, the Jamaican tourists and the non-Jamaican tourists who come in. So the North Coast tends to be good. You have another question?
Devin wants to know, when building your own house, which room usually should you spend the most money on to finish first?
Which room?
When building your own house, which room usually you should spend the most money on or finish first? Bathroom and kitchen.
Bathroom, I wouldn't say kitchen.
You wouldn't say kitchen?
No. We have never finished a kitchen to move in. We finish a bathroom.
That's
and it's
true.
not really finished the bathroom. You put in a toilet, you make sure the shower function. Because remember, the shower water anything, so you can still use as a face base and so on, right? If you really need a basin, you put in a pedestal basin, which is cheap.
The thing is, when you're building your own home, usually you have limited funds. So you want to make the house as habitable as possible for you.
For you, yeah. But they have limited funds because them don't do it like how we tell them to do it.
Yeah, you have to buy all the stuff on your
You must buy all of your window, your door, your face basin, your toilet, your door, inside door. No, you're not buying inside door, but definitely outside doors, the windows, the toilet, the door locks, what's the name? The door hinge, the face basin, the faucet, the kitchen sink or the wash tub. You must buy those things first before you start building. So when you
this is even before you decide to build.
I know you decide to build, but this is before you even find the land.
Before you find the land?
Yeah. So you decide to build. You know you're not going to buy no ready-made house. You're going to build, right? And you're hunting the land. But while hunting the land, you have your deposit put on now, but some loose money always are coming out of the way.
Shoes money.
The
date money.
The blouse money. So listen to me, ladies. When a man says, okay, I'm going to take you on a date, drag the money in our hardware store. I kid you not. Go into the hardware store. If it's a man that likes tools, you go over to the tool section first. And you look at all of the drill and you go, whatever. You kidding not. And then you just segue over to the aisle that have the faucets and the door locks and all these things. And he will buy you one of those. So he buy himself a tool and he will buy you one of those things. They say, no, I'm going to do some building and I'm really like a faucet here. I say, yeah, he will buy it. Just like that.
And it's the right man who'll come and install it when the house built.
Yeah. you have to, and you're going to, you tell them, okay, it's Mother's Day. Hint what you want. Hint.
A window.
I need a window for the bathroom. Hint. Come on. You're going to Valentine's and I'm sending you flowers and that's rubbish. I kid you not. And chocolate and all of that. You can have your date inside of the hardware store. You know, when you come out, maybe take it out of the car and you put it in and all of that, right? Now, the loose money that you have. So this blouse cost me $5,000. Simple as you take it. My daughter is the one who got it for me. But she could have gotten me a faucet for that. What else you could have buy for that? You could have buy 4 door locks for $5,000 Jamaica. No. 2 door locks. 2 door locks. You can buy 4 hinges for $5,000. Right? You could have bought a pedestal basin for $5,000.
You can buy the toilet rack set thing for the bathroom for $5,000.
For toilet rack. Oh, you mean the accessories?
Yeah.
Like the toilet rack, the toilet paper holder and those things.
You can buy a small window too, I think. Yeah,
you can buy a 2x2 window for $5,000. You can also buy a shower mixer.
Really? I thought those were $10,000.
$10,000 if you go with Seiko, Moen, and those. If you go with the cheaper ones, $5,000.
No, they're gonna go with Moen.
You go with Moen, yeah.
Remember, it's their first house.
It's your first house. So you go with a Moen. Yeah, we have installed Moen and them don't matter. Them all know we're not changing up none of them. Right? The Moen, the Delta, which other brand we went with?
Color.
Cutler. But that one is so. Next house I've been in, I'm using that one. Color. Wait a minute. Color. Wait a minute. Cool. Guys, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
In Jamaica, Tile City, them have a franchise and them have it. And it's nice. Go up there and look. Buy your fixtures before you start building. So Devon,
and the thing is that
which room would you finish? Devon, you definitely put on the roof. Once you put on the roof, window and door. All right. Once you do that, once you put on the roof, window and door, and you have plumbing, you can move in. I would say you finish the bathroom plumbing. You don't need no tile on the floor. You don't need no paint. You don't need none of that. Well, make them prime out the house. Yeah. Make them prime out the house. Rub down the walls with the stone and so on. Prime out the house in a white. But you don't need no tile on the floor.
No, we didn't.
We have moved in without tile. Yeah.
What would linoleum? What's it called?
No, nothing. You just dip on the concrete till we start to figure it out. Till the money come.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what we did.
Yeah, till the money come. But I would say finish the a room for you to sleep in. So the living room, whichever room that is. Could be at the garage you finish too.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure you have a bathroom with a toilet and some kind of shower area. You can brush your teeth in the shower too, you know. And then what we usually do now, you see them like a plastic white tub that them sell in fields and all of the hardwares. You buy one of that, you install it where the kitchen sink is going to be, and you put a nice little Formica table beside it. If you don't have a Formica table, just buy one of the plastic table or borrow one plastic table from somebody, right? And you have your plate also on that. You can prep on it. And you can also hook up your gas cylinder to your stove. You have a kitchen right there. Back to old time things. If you don't have a fancy cupboard and all of that yet, which can be a pretty penny. Them kitchen they run you all $1 million now, you know. Build a whole room.
They can.
So therefore, you just need a room that have the windows closed up, your door lock up, roof must be on it. A bathroom have the toilet, have the shower installed, and then have a little area where you run a pipe with one of them washed up. They can in the cell wash and plate them. You're good to go. And fix everything around you, all right? Fix everything around you.
Chioma wants to know, so let's say the house is for 20 million and I make a down payment for $2 million. Will NHT cover the $18 million left?
No, NHT only going to give you 6.5 million. The only way NHT covers it is if it's a scheme house and they're offering this 80 million and you qualify.
Scheme house as in NHT selling it.
NHT is selling it. Yeah. So like those at Ruthven Road, those apartments, I think they are offering the financing for those.
Okay.
So that would be an NHT scheme that them selling, that they give you that kind of financing. But otherwise, the rest of it, I have to go with 6.5 million and go to the bank and get the rest. Or the building society and get the rest.
Shane, do you know anything about the Gore development in Discovery Day?
No, I don't know anything about that development. What I do know is that the townhouses I think say it's sell off. Go onto their website. They're pretty good at updating their website. Anything you want to know is on that website. Even when the tick sell off or anything, they must say it's sell off. But I heard that the townhouses are sold out. But everybody remember, you know, when new developments come up, right? Developer might say, okay, it's sold out. People will drop out. So if you just keep trying, you'll probably get in. Also, if you know it's Camelot you want to be in, you wait till them hand over the house. I can guarantee you within 3 to 6 months, somebody's going to resell. But they're reselling at a higher price, right? So if you know which development you want to be in and you're never lucky enough to get in when it just a bill, you can just stock it.
Somebody's going to sell.
Somebody's going to sell. Start the development. They will sell.
All right. Tasha Lay wants to know at what time of the buying process would you recommend paying the final half of the legal fees? Note, I'm at the stage where I have received a letter of undertaking.
Then yeah, pay it now. You have a letter of undertaking, which is the final stage from the bank. The bank not withdraw a letter of undertaking, you know. Letter of undertaking, the bank, when the bank issues a letter of undertaking, fly high or low, them giving that loan. As a matter of fact, the bank issuing the undertaking, they are now in the process of, well, maybe it depends on which bank. With some banks, the lawyer have to send over the title and the bank will lodge your name on it. With other banks, the bank will send them the mortgage paperwork and then do everything. It just depends on which bank and which lawyer.
Which legal fee is she talking about though?
She's talking about the money she have to pay her lawyer.
Okay.
But whichever fees you're talking about, yes. Once you have undertaking, just clear up all of that now. Because you're sure you're getting this loan. You're sailing. You're in the boat and it's sailing already. Okay, there's no turning back now.
Yeah, but she could also wait a little longer if it's her attorney she's paying.
Why she must wait?
She could pay it when the attorney now says your name has been transferred to the title.
Yeah, you could, but I prefer to just pay it, move on in here, start thinking about now what you're gonna do with your house when you get it. what the current them where you're gonna buy and what kind of renovation if you're going to do anything, and just get that money there out of the way and done with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can focus now and get it. And remember, the lawyer would have already done the work already. Anyway. If undertaking is there's a bank, the lawyer would have done most of that work already. If if you're the buyer and you're talking about your lawyer would have already done the work already.
Jennifer is agreeing with you, saying that the bathroom is important. And Maxine says you might not have any space to store the things. Why do people always say that? She's talking about the door and the window and the door lock.
What do you mean you don't
store under your bed?
What under your bed, Maxine? Come on! You know the bathroom. Right now, I have a face base to lean up beds and a play pen. I have a face base, I have a counter with a face base in it. Lean up beds and a play pen. What do you mean you don't have no space? I'm looking straight ahead now and I see a face base. I have a face base and lean up on the floor. And before that, we had doors and all kind of things. Don't
remember when the windows were here?
Windows, all kind of something. And I might start pack up at the place again with those things.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You have under your bed. Talk about one to underneath the kitchen cupboard.
Yeah, that's where we have most of our stuff. Because we usually didn't use our lower cabinets for anything.
We don't have no pots and pans in our lower cabinets. I guess because we're not cooks, right? We don't buy them something, guys. But we have electrical fixtures, plumbing fixtures. You can't come in our house and go in a plumbing store and electrical store. No, come on, guys. Oh, I forgot to tell you. You can buy plumbing fixtures too. Cheap. Elbow, coupling, T. Now we use more coupling than T and elbow. So
I would say use more elbows than coupling.
We use more coupling. So it's elbows first.
Yeah, elbows.
Then coupling, then T's.
Yeah.
So if you can buy them in 100s, you can just go in and say 100 T, 100 coupling. You just buy 100 elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Then cut that to 50 for the coupling.
Mm-hmm.
And then cut that down again to a dozen for the T.
Mm-hmm. But you really don't need couplings unless you're doing long runs of pipes.
Yeah.
Because most time we cut it, you add in an elbow
to it or something like that. Right. But they might be long runs when they're going around the house, yeah. Right? But and those pipes come in 20 and they do have a coupling at the end.
The electrical things are nice to buy too, though.
Yeah, the electrical things, those the couplings, electrical pipes are cheap, guys. Like you can buy a bungalow electrical pipes, I think, for $1,000. My memory serves me right. And the plugs,
sockets and the plugs.
The plugs and the sockets, $100, $150.
And the thing is, if you buy them early, like before you really start buying this land, you can buy the nice things. Yeah, the nice ones, like the soft close switches. Right, and you can buy them in white instead of the ugly cream ones, you know? Or you can buy designer plates to go over them. So those kind of things, I would say you really should invest in instead of a whole heap of fast food and clothes and shoes, and because them something that will dry rot. But these things we're telling you to buy will not dry rot. All things like handy box that you use in the wall. So the handy box is a square one that you use in the wall, right? I just had to install a handy box, a plug. And it's underneath my kitchen sink. I went and picked out the handy box. Yeah, I was there for a long time. So because I bought it for another project, it has been there for a while. So guys, if you know you're going to be doing construction, you're going to be doing building, please, I beg you, slow down on the whole heap of extra things I want to love pack up in the house. Pack it up with the things I want to just tell you. And if for any reason this building don't come off the ground or you change your mind, call a sale. Yeah, people buy them. People buy them. Call a sale. The same, those bifold doors that I bought in 2003, 2006, and even 2010 were $2,000. I see them in the store now for $23,000. Yeah, toilets that I bought for $5,000. I must bring one of my finals of my old bill them and show you. We had toilets here. You had toilet. Yeah, one time we bought 6 toilets pack up in here. Sometimes my friends will come to my house and I'm walking straight into a warehouse. Yeah. Yeah, straight into a warehouse. Because it actually agrees with you. Yeah. Claudia says date in the hardware store. I agree. I have been on a date on Active Trader.
Yes,
Funny.
that is where you must take the man and stop making carry go up, foo-boo-boo and woo-boo-boo and
Restaurant.
full up your belly, and then when you're done, you know, have nothing for sure feet. Then suppose a man not call it the next day.
Well, to be fair, you can't take a man on an active traders date for the first date.
You're kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Make any of them man brave enough to call to me and say, wow. I don't care where you drive. If you drive Benz or you drive, what next one name, my love? Range Rover on the Jeep. He's in the hardware store, gonna be the dating guys, remember? So no, if you don't want to go in the hardware store, I call to Claudia. I don't like beach and them places.
Have a reason she going to try the hardware store dating.
Yes. Yeah, you know, I have to tell him, say, yeah, go make him come pick you up and then you just direct him.
John said,
one thing, hold on. One thing I want about the hardware door date. Make sure you go to fit them section first. Right? Them not like long shopping. So you go fit them section first, and what you do, you scope out where you want already, you know. Yes,
so there with purpose.
Yes, so go the day before or a week before. Scope out what you want.
And you look at your checklist, I need lock.
Yeah. And then when you're going to the store, carry Lucas into the tool section first. Or so yeah, the tool and what them like. So if you is a car person, you can't go to the side with deal with tool for car and you know, if I'm a carpenter, you can run drill side also. And then you just segue now to the what you want. You want a mixer? Go this up straight. Nobody walk up and down the whole store. The man them not no them get them. What is the term I'm looking for?
Bored?
Yeah. Them have ASD. What's up name? ASD. Wait name.
I don't know.
Short attention span. That's the word I'm looking for. Them have short attention span when it comes to that. But they will buy. So you take out them tool and you go take up your item, put it on the counter with feet on into your feet. Go on your mirror way for your date. Your other part of the date.
John says phase 2 Camelot Village application is now closed. Phase 1 sold out. Phase 3, 4, and 5 to come at a later date.
Yeah, thanks, John. So sign up if you still can. I don't know if they have the thing you can still sign up on the website. But sign up, right? Tony, we need to start this lesson. So we have one more question. Let me just take it quick.
We have tons more questions.
Yeah, holy. Tony, I see where the Roan Park Estate property was on what's this? Well, these are some real estate developers are selling selling very steep residential lots for not much less than regular flat land. What is the steepest slope first time home builders can work with? Listen to me. Devon, you're buying a piece of land and you can't walk down it, don't buy it.
And I mean walk without hold on.
And I mean walk without hold on on tree and, and like a stick. Sometimes you walk with a stick, right? If you look on the land there and you can't see the bottom, don't buy it.
Yeah.
And if you look at it and you can't step and walk, go down it, do not buy it. Right? No, I can't say I never want you. Because
if you have a lot of money,
judge steep. That's the only way you can judge steep if you can't walk down it.
Builders though can work with almost any terrain. You have to have the money.
Our builders, yeah. You have to have the money. You have to have the money. And you have to and why you have to have the money? Because you're probably gonna need some wicked stone wall. Retained wall. You know. So Devon, if you can't walk down the land without hold on pan tree and bush and up on your knee and that kind of things, no matter with it. Don't do it. Keep your money in your pocket.
Ron wants to know if there are direct contact to the person selling properties on the PCS software, or where do we have to contact the realtor?
Or Ron, you can WhatsApp Tony 876-370-8138. She can connect you up on the system because we're realtors, right? So we have access to the back end. So we connect you up on the system. When you see something that you like, let us know. And we'll go about trying to put in an offer for you. You love to come Chemtech Development, yes? What do you think about that? Chemtech does good development. We currently have one of their development, place in one of their developments selling right now, which is The one out at St.
Emerald
Mary.
Estates.
Emerald Estates. So the good developments. We're selling a 3-bed, two bathroom whole house there now. Kempton does good development. They also did Greenwich Estates. I haven't sold anything in there. But they also did Draxall Country Club and Manor,
which you sold.
Which we have sold in there. They went to Trelawney. We haven't sold anything out there. And we're there now in Old Harbour. They do good developments, hands down. If you can buy one of those, you buy it. Their developments are also good for what we call capital gain, which we're going to discuss in our session. We're looking at ways that you can make money. Tony, you probably need to start a lesson. You want to take one more question? Good evening, I see a house I like. It is in lawyer's hands. I'm waiting for the cost to know if I can afford it. Question, what should I do first when I hear the price and I can afford it? Make an offer. Preferably make a full offer.
If you want it.
If you want it, Shelly.
Because it's a seller's market.
It's a seller's market. So make an offer. Tell the lawyer, yes, you want the place. Write up the offer. Send it to her. Sure that you have the deposit. And sure that you have that you can get the loan. Or if you're buying it cash, sure your bank account statement for sure so you have the cash. What is the process of subdivision of land? Oops, I did that last week. I can't touch it right now. I probably should do it next week. Should do a whole list on it. Subdivision of land.
You mean that next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do this next week.
All right, so you can probably start a lesson. We're at the top of the hour.
And the plans of getting an engineer. I know. Belly 1 is good. What's belly 1? You want an engineer? What kind of engineer?
No, I think they want to know if you're going to have an engineer on the show.
Yeah, what type?
Structural.
Engineers are so...
Civil.
When you're doing one house, though, you don't normally encounter engineers. You may encounter a structural engineer if you buy one of them all house and NHT tell you, say, listen, this house too old and you don't engineer. So a structural engineer with integrity. But under normal circumstances, developers use engineers. All right. I'm gonna scroll down. Let me just check down and then jump into the lesson. So we're gonna look at the different ways you can make money. Are you gonna put it here or are you leaving it here?
I'm gonna leave it here.
You're gonna slide. I'll just put this together real quick for you because which one am I looking at? This one here?
This one here.
I should check the phone to see. Alright, so which control am I using? This one?
That one, yeah.
But I'm clicking here, but I'm looking there. Right,
you can look here. Preferably if you look here, so they can see you there. And you're clicking here.
Clicking here. All right, everybody. So we're looking at the many ways to earn an income. Some of you know them. Some of you may not know them. But let's go through them, or you know them, but you just never figured out that you could probably do it as well. All right, so we're going to look at what is money first. Whoops, too fine on here. All right, so you're going to be seeing me looking across at another screen because the one in front of me is tiny and I don't have on my glasses, unfortunately. All right, so money, sometimes called currency, can be defined as anything that people use to buy goods and services. Money is what many people receive for selling their own things or services. And money is also called many other names like currency or cash. So everybody here should know what money is because you spend it every day, right? So it's currency or cash. Now you have different types of money. Let's look at them. You have commodity money. This may be used for other purposes besides serving as a medium of exchange. So as the previous slide said, money serves as a medium of exchange. So when you have something to sell, you usually want exchange money for it. We say it possesses intrinsic value because it is useful or valuable by itself. So some examples of commodity money are cattle, silk, gold, and silver. Now remember, cattle, gold, silk, and silver have value in of themselves, right? But the paper money that you and I know, the coin or the $1 note or the $10 note or in Jamaica, the $100 note, that note don't have any value unless it's exchanged for something. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the cattle have value. You can kill the cow and eat it. It's valuable as a food, valuable to push goods, to pull a cart and so on, right? Silk, valuable to make all kind of things. Gold and silver, the same thing. You can use gold to make earrings, to make jewelry, all kind of things, right? So these commodity money, cattle, silk, gold, and silver, have value within themselves. But the paper that we know, you have to exchange that to have some value. So convertible paper money is money that is convertible into gold and silver. Gold and silver certificates are convertible paper money, as they can be fully convertible into gold and silver. So if you have gold and silver certificate, you can convert it to real gold and real silver. That's what it's saying. So that's commodity money and convertible money. You also have inconvertible. And inconvertible money is money that cannot be converted into gold and silver. Notes and coins are inconvertible money. They're inconvertible and they're declared by the government as money. So fiat money is the country's legal tender. Notes and coins are the currencies used in a bank deposit. So the coin that you have in Jamaica, coins are like 25 cents, 20 cents, and so on. The dollars, like $100 note, $1,000 note, a $5,000 note. Those are the actual legal tender, and that's called fiat money. It's inconvertible. You cannot convert that money to real gold and real silver. All right? That's what they're saying. You also have electronic money. Electronic money refers to the currency stored in electronic systems, digital databases, as opposed to physical paper and coin money. And it's used to make it easier for users to transact electronically. The value of the electronic currency is backed by fiat currency. So technically, when you lodge your money to the bank converts it to electronic money, which is what you say on your computer when you open your bank account. And that value, so if you give the bank $100 in notes, the bank will put it in your bank account. It's now converted to digital money, and the value is still only $100, right? They've just converted it to digital currency. All right, so we have different ways we can earn money. The first one is earned money, as in earned income. Now, earned money is the money that you earn by you're doing something. You spend your time to do something, all right? So, for example, your job, you're a secretary, you're a telephone operator, any one of those jobs where you earn money, whether weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, that's earned income. You're going to be trading your time for money, all right? So you might work 8 hours for the day. You might work 12 hours for the day, 12-hour shifts. You might work 4-hour shifts, whatever. But that is the trading time for money. So you're paid based on the time. So you're paid based on how much an hour you're paid. So you can be paid $1,000 an hour, $50 an hour. Add that up to the 8. And even if you're paid monthly, it's still hourly because you convert that back to the hour.
Okay.
As you will notice when they pay overtime money. So it can be paid monthly.
Person's first jobs are.
Yeah, usually. Everybody go out and look a job, right? Now, the advantage, as long as you do the job satisfactory, your boss don't fire you or the company closed down, you will be paid, right? And it's steady money, right? As long as you don't do anything foolish. Disadvantage is the harder you work is the same pay you're gonna get, everybody.
Might get a promotion.
Yeah, maybe. You wish you're banking on it, eh? And you only have 8 to 12 hours to work. So it limits your earnings, right? So that's a disadvantage. So that's earned money. Now, in earned money, there are many ways you can earn money, which I'll probably fledge it out for you another time. There are different ways to earn earned income, but we're just looking at the broader scope of earned income now. All right. So that's it for earned money. And you only have 8 to 12 hours to work, so it limits your earnings.
Why isn't it switching?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. One more.
All right. Next way is profit income. So I did one already, earned income. The next one is profit income. So this is money that you earn by buying and selling. Basics. So if you buy a car for 500,000 Jamaican and you sell it back for 600,000, you would have made a profit of 100,000. That's profit income. Me personally, I used to buy and sell fabric, stockings, hair clips, perfume. And don't matter whether you're buying it retail or wholesale, you can run into a store and you might see a perfume selling for $2,000. You know that this perfume sell uptown for $3,000. You go buy it for $2,000, sell it back for $2,500. You make $500, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to buy it wholesale. You can either buy retail or wholesale. You just have to know where you can go and sell it back.
Yeah,
for
you just
more
have
money.
to have your market.
Right, for more money than what you actually bought it for. So that's profit income. What's the advantage? Well, you earn more money faster for sure. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can go buy 10,000 out of perfume, come back, boom, sell them back 15,000, you make 5,000 maybe in an hour. Well, you have to be skilled. You earn the money faster, it takes less time, and you can take a small business loan to start a small business like that. Disadvantage, not steady, very unpredictable. You need money to buy the goods, yes.
Depends on what you're selling to, because the profit margin on some things are very small.
Yeah.
Like when I see those persons selling bag juice and bottle juice, the profit on it is not that much. So they have to be selling a lot of it.
But the percentage profit is big. Because a bottle of water is $100 and they buy that water for $30.
Mm-hmm. So
they're making 200% profit on it. But again, yes, you have to sell it real fast. Now, if I was a bag, sometimes I'm in the mood and I say, hey, the only thing you need to be selling is water. Why you sell all the other stuff? Everybody drinks water.
Mm-hmm.
So seriously, if they want to make money, they should specialize and just sell water.
Yeah, and with the water, you can sell it in so many ways. Quench your thirst, makes you healthy, keep you vitalized.
Right.
Like, there's so much play on it. I mean, there's not a lot of things you can do when you're selling soda.
No, or you're selling Kool-Aid drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not everybody drinks soda or Kool-Aid drinks, but everybody drinks water. So guys, those are you selling, if you're anyone out there listening to me and you're selling any beverage at the stoplight or anything like that, just sell water. You make way more money. Besides, the profit margin is greater. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the soda and all of that, the water is the cheapest, yet the profit margin is higher. Right. So you have to be skilled. Like me, I used to specialize in selling fabric. You have a market and you specialize. So the disadvantage though is not steady, it's unpredictable. You need money to buy the goods. You have to learn how to sell.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the hard part. Discipline not to eat out the principal. So even some guys at the stoplight who come to wipe the car glass. Sometimes when I'm feeling in the mood, I'll stop and give them a little exercise and tell them how to approach. I remember I was changing my tire warehouse, and a young man came up and he was selling eyeshadow and eyeliner. And I was watching him, every person go to them running. No. Finally approached me and I said, I went to teach you how to sell this thing. So when you approach a ladies, you're gonna say, because he approached and he says, oh, I need to buy lunch, I need to get lunch money. And I said, no, I don't want to hear that.
Nobody wants to hear your sob story.
No. What you must tell me is listen, you see this eyeliner? It's gonna make your eyes look so bright and nice and shiny. And this lipstick make you look pretty. That is what you must tell the ladies. And I kid you not. I told him that. And he started doing that. And he started making some sales. Yeah. And before I finished, my time come to me and him say, lady, you know it work. I said, yes. Just tell, and don't approach the men. Just approach only the women with the eyeliner and the shadow and the this and the that. And just tell them that. You make it look
you have to know who your market is.
Yeah.
Men don't buy eyeliner.
Right. You know what I mean?
Now, even if he wanted to buy it for his wife, he wouldn't know what to buy her.
He wouldn't. No. So you have to know to sell, right? And when you do buy and sell, everybody, the money comes fast. Once you start to build up, the money comes fast. But you can't eat it out.
No.
That's what happened to a lot of people. They eat out them principal. So them don't have money to go back and buy goods. I kid you not. So that's the thing. You have to know. No. Number 3 is interest income. So remember, we did earned income, we did profit income. We're doing interest income now. So interest income is the money you get when you lend somebody money and you charge interest on it and you get it back. Or you can also lend the government money. How you lend the government money? When you buy treasury bills or you buy government bonds. That's you lending the government money and them giving you an interest on it. What's the advantage? Government paper is less work. I mean, once you buy the instrument and you set it up, you get the money monthly, interest monthly, quarterly, depending on how you tell them you want it, yearly, right? It's secure as long as the government don't go bankrupt. All right?
Hold on. You know you're teaching all of this and you're not sharing your screen?
Hold on, everybody. Just realized I wasn't sharing the screen.
I know we're teaching, and they can't see anything.
Somebody just WhatsApp you?
No, I just realized. I was like, but why am I seeing myself? Where's the lesson? It's on this page?
One moment, everybody. We're going to share screen. We forgot to share the screen. But I hope you are taking notes.
Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, we're now good. All right. View slideshow. You want to start from the top or just want to continue?
No, continue.
Okay.
I hope they were taking notes. I just did earned income and I did profit income earlier. So, you know, earned income is when you earn a salary. You know, profit income is when you buy or sell and you make a profit, right? So we're doing interest income now. And we said interest income is when you buy government. You can either get interest income from the government or you can get it from lend other people money. Oh, there's one I missed. You can also get it when you put a fixed deposit in the bank and the bank pay interest. So the advantage is that once you set it up, the money comes to you automatic, right? The income is steady as well. But disadvantage, interest from government instruments tend to be less than inflation. Interest from the banks to tend to be less than inflation. You need a lot of money to invest. So you must have some money in the millions.
And it's money that you don't need right now.
And money that you don't need, right? And there's no available loan to buy this thing. Whereas with profit income, you can probably get a small business loan, which I think I did say earlier. Get a small business loan to start that little buy or sell business that you want to do.
Well, when you say lend the government, you mean BOJ?
When you buy the government instruments, it's you lending them money, you know.
Oh.
When you buy a treasury bill or a government bond from the government, you're buying it from the government. Usually you buy it through the bank store. You go to the bank and you say you want to participate in the treasury bill or you want to buy a government bond. Okay. It's through the banks you do that, the intermediary banks. But that is you lending the government of the country some money and them giving you interest on it. That's what that is. So you hope that the government will still be around to pay the money back.
So how much money you really need to lend the bank? Like 10 million?
Millions.
Or more like 100 million?
For it to make sense, you need to have millions. Because the interest rate is low.
Oh, so it's like more like 100 million.
Interest low.
They wouldn't want my $1 million.
You can do better things with your $1 million, like a buy and sell.
Oh.
All right. But if you can lend individuals money to and lend them at interest. Now, usually when you lend individuals money at interest, you can charge a higher interest.
But how do I secure my principal?
That's going to be part of your challenge. Securing the principal. Now, you learn about securing the principal if you read the book I recommended, The Richest Man in Babylon. That book teaches us that before we lend money to any individual, you must secure the principal. Now, when you lend it to the government of Jamaica, I don't know if it's secure, but the government of Jamaica in of itself should not fail. Governments around the world, we hope, do not fail, because if the government failed, the country would have failed, right? So we bank on the fact that this is safe, and that is the government. But when you're lending an individual, you have to ensure that you secure the principal.
Like,
now, when the banks lend you money, they secure their principal by taking a collateral from you, right? So they take a property, them take your equipment, them take your car, them make sure them hold on to something. Them even may take your stocks to a percentage. Now, the disadvantage of the individual may refuse to pay. You're going to have to spend money on a lawsuit to recover the funds, and death can make the money uncollectible as well if the individual dies. All right. So that's 3. I did 4 now.
Is there a better way to show this? If I use this, what does it do?
You sure you want to play with that now, Tony, or you want me to finish the lesson?
I want to play with it. Go ahead now.
Dividend income. All right, so this is money you get when you buy stocks or shares in a company, and it pays you dividend. So if you buy a stock in a bank, National Commercial Bank, Scotia Bank, or one of those blue chip companies, Grace Kennedy, Seprod, I'm just calling the ones in Jamaica because those are the ones I know. You can buy their shares, and if they pay dividends, you would have made money.
Why is it called a blue chip company?
We call them blue chip because them company through history, tried and proven.
Okay.
Always producing profits, super profits too. So you can get dividends from stocks. So if you're going to use this as an income stream, you need to make sure that the stock that you're buying pays good dividends. Now, when I was into stock market, not in the stock market again, but when I was into stock market, when I just learned what Rachel Father taught me, the company that paid the best dividends at the time was a Carreras group. I don't know if they're still paying good dividends. You can check it out. But the Carreras, those are people who sold cigarettes. They had the best dividend payout ever.
I remember when I had the Sagicor stock, I think I got like $600 in a check.
$600. That's money in Jamaica. All right. So the advantages of dividend income: potential to be steady income if the company is profitable. Yeah. Like a Carreras. Disadvantage: you need money to buy the stocks. You need to have money. The bank not lending you any money to buy the stocks, right? You have no control over the payout, so you can't tell them how much they must pay you. All right, so the 5th one is rental income. Rental income, this is money that you get when you rent out an asset that you have, like a house or a building. You can also rent furniture, rent tools, rent cars, and if you can think of other things, you can let me know. Some people rent out flowers for a function. They will rent the flowers them, and the table and the chairs, those kind of things, right? So that's how you can earn rental income. These days we rent out, it's like me, I rent out foam and plywood and 2x4. People doing buildings and so on, right? So those are things you can rent out as well.
Tools and cars.
Yeah,
okay.
Tools, cars, in construction rent out, foam, plyboard, 2x4, those things.
When you rent tools, like what you use for collateral to get it back?
You don't. When I rent from Total Tools, well, them after 2 IDs, there's no collateral really. 2 ID.
So how are they securing their principal?
I don't know.
On good faith that you're gonna bring it back?
Yeah. I see my Robert Kiyosaki coming up. Savings is for losers. Remember, that's the theme. Advantages. So the advantages of rental income: potential to be steady income if you're good at marketing and taking care of the asset. So you have to be good at making sure you can repair the furniture, the tools,
and
the
a
cars.
property is a big asset to take care of.
Yeah, property is a huge asset to take care of. You can't get a bank loan for this one, which is an advantage. You can't get a loan to buy a house or a building, right? You can't even get a loan to buy a car and furniture too. We have taken furniture loans, but then we're renting out furniture, right? So you can get a loan. So courts, how you get the loan? You walk into courts and you take them hire purchase.
You have to have good credit though to get that.
Right. And if you are already a courts customer, courts can give you $600,000 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 600,000 is to buy furniture?
No, anything you want. So you can take the cord 600,000 and go buy tools.
Oh.
Or rent it out. All right. So you can get a bank loan. The disadvantage, though, it takes about 6 to 12 months for you to build this asset.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going after a house or anything like a building, it takes you about 6 to 12 months to build it. If you don't have a design, it that's maybe another 6 months. I should say 6 to 2 years before sometimes you can even start collect the first rental. All right, number 6 is capital gains. Now, this is the money that you get when the asset that you own increase in value. The only asset I know that can increase in value, people, is the real estate. So when you buy the car for rental, it's going to depreciate in value. The tools, anything else that you buy, the furniture is going to depreciate in value. So only capital gain. If you think in capital gain, you're gonna think land. And you think, I remember I told you the different ways that you can possibly make money from land. I told you that last week, right? So you can still look at land and house or building as a rental income.
You can rent out the land too.
You can lease out land too, right? So when your shares at 100 and then you sell, so your shares to is capital gain. So if you buy your shares at $100, you sell at $150, $50 is capital gain. And if you buy a house for $2 million, you sell it back for $3 million, then $1 million is a capital gain. So you can buy land for capital gain. You buy land and you wait 2-3 years, you sell it back. You'd have made a capital gain. What's the advantage? Well, for one, the potential to be a large sum over time. So your $2 million land can turn to $10 million over a period of time without you doing anything else to it. All you might have to do is cut the grass. Not even that. I see some people don't even cut the grass. You pay the property taxes, right? You can rent. You can earn rental income and dividend income while you're waiting on capital gains. Right? So remember, stocks, dividend income, building our land, rental income. So not only are you getting capital gain, you're also earning the rental income and the dividend income, right? You can get a bank loan to purchase a real estate asset. Now, I think that is the cinch right there. Whereas the rest of them are tricky for the loan, with the real estate, all you need are your 10%, and the bank put in 90%. Isn't that a good deal?
It is.
It is an excellent deal. Disadvantage, though, it can take more than 2 years to realize this asset. Only realize the income when you sell the asset. So with capital gain, you have to sell the property to realize the gain. And some people ask about equity and this and that. I said, listen, if you don't plan to sell the place, don't talk about them things. Because you're not make no money. Right? You have to sell before you make the money. If you don't plan to sell, don't even think about equity and this and that in a place, right? So basically, number 7 now. Yes, number 7 is royalty income. So royalty income, this is the money you get as a result of letting someone use your products, ideas, or processes. They make all of the revenues. They do all the marketing and the system to collect the money, and you get a percentage of what they earn. So some examples: you can write a book, you can develop a movie, you can write lyrics to a song, you can do social media channel, you can do courses online, you can do franchising, right? So take, for example, YouTube is a social media channel that you can put up your content and you will be paid a royalty income. All right. Small money out of the money that YouTube is making.
I think so it's called like a shared commission.
Shared commission or something like that. So remember, YouTube, they're the ones who have set up the system and the process, them collect the revenue, them even do the work of promoting your content, right? So what you do is you create that unique content, you put it up on YouTube. YouTube have the system and all of that, do all that work, and then them give you a percentage, right? Advantages: you do the work once, so you keep making money. So when we do one video, that one video will keep making money. We don't have to do over the video again. You just do it once, right? You may not need a lot of money to start. No, because you're writing a book. You may not need any money. You just need to think about what you want to write and go write it, right? For franchise, though, you will need some money. Bank loan to acquire the training. You can take a bank loan to acquire the training and the skill, or you can learn some of the skills for free.
Writing a book, though? Shouldn't that just come to you?
Yeah. But the disadvantage, they need to be creative type. So some people can't write nothing to save them life. Them just not the creative type. Or them can't draw, them can't sing, them can't chat like how we can chat in front of a screen that we're not seeing anybody.
I know, like there's this channel I love watching. It's this guy, he does paintings. And he just sits on YouTube and videos him painting.
Right, he's not even talking.
No.
But he has a skill.
He has a skill.
Yeah.
And
he has a serious skill too.
If he sells the painting, he makes money. But the mere fact that I'm sitting down for 1 hour watching him paint, he's also making some money.
Right, he's making royalty.
And if I'm watching it for sitting down for 1 hour, like a television show watching it, imagine there are thousands of other people who's doing the same thing as me.
Right, so he's making royalty income just by doing something that he loves to do.
Right, and I find a peace just watching him paint.
I could never sit and watch a man paint. I don't know how you do that. You would have to be painting me. You need special skills, or you need special talent to do this creative one here. All right. So what I learned that these ones on the left are the easiest ones to earn income. So your earned income, which normally you get because you get a job and all of that. Your profit income, you can go buy and sell. Rental income, because you can get the loan to go buy the house and do what you need to do. The capital gain income, because you have the asset already, it's already gaining capital gain. And the royalty income.
So these are in order of what? Easiest first?
You can, because I started at earned income, then I started buy and sell while I was still doing earned income. Then went into real estate while still earning earned income, profit income, rental income. Then because I own the asset, I have capital gains income. So when I sell back our land, I would have gotten capital gains income. Royalty income is from YouTube channel.
Okay.
So the difficult ones are the dividend income. You have to have a lot of money to go invest in the stock. You have to pick the right stock to do the research.
Difficult in terms of getting into it.
Yeah. Okay. You have to pick the right stock. You have to study and make sure you know.
But these ones over here look like the most work.
Anything that is going to be good and exponential requires work. It does. Interest income, you have to have money already. So after you make money over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can probably dump it into interest income or dividend income and don't do no more work. But you have to do some work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to do some work. All right, everybody. So hope we give you some food for thought. Next week, I'll give you a case study and you can tell me. I'm going to give you a wicked piece of case study next week. And you're going to use what I just taught you to answer the question. All right. So you can ask me any question you want to ask me on any of those things that I just presented. But let's get back to the questions. How much more time we have? We still have half an hour.
I'm trying to find our screen. It got lost when we went big.
Are you sure you didn't log out?
I don't know. Let me see.
Go back to Zoom.
Hold on. No, we didn't log out. There we are.
Oh, it didn't log out. We're still here.
We are still here. All right, so we got some questions on this side.
So you can ask me on anything I just presented, as well as continue asking me about the real estate questions. Wow, I'm dying.
Wait, look at this, a girl?
What?
What did I think Lucas was a boy?
Why did I think Lucas was a boy? Who says they're dying? Oh, when we were talking about how to get these men to buy you these things. I'm joking on you. I don't know. Yeah.
I thought Lucas was a boy. Okay.
Especially if you love all tools. If your man a mechanic and all them something them, you give me that them place them up.
Okay, so Maxine said it there. All right.
Thank you. Good, Claudia. Made mistake. So, what? Maxine. I know you alone. Thank God Claudia made mistakes. So Lucas said, dark up, laugh out loud. Maxine. We never told them, can't see my glasses. You guys need to remember to put my glasses here.
Look at Zaid. Maxine, sometimes I tell Claudia I'm a girl. Sometimes I make it pass. But I won't be carrying anyone into the hardware store to date.
Unless we're double dating with two men. Ha ha. Still about double date. Max, Lucas said is a girl?
Yes.
Lucas said try it. Try it. Even with your husband or your boyfriend. Try it. Mm-hmm. You know, if you know them long time, just try it. Tell me next week if it not work. See, them man are macho, you know, them love, you know, and them love help women. And that's what you need. You need men who help women.
Ruth says, Claudia and Tony is just laughing and listening to your advice. I have to take the lesson.
I tell you, it work. No, I have no more question.
CM says, I hope Claudia remembered I am a man. Christopher, the sea stands for
Christopher, the sea stands for Christopher.
Yes,
yes, Christopher. I hope your lady friend listening to me, you know. You know she drag you the hardware store, you know where she hear it from. You can ask me questions on real estate, or you can ask me on the lesson that was just presented. Next week we're doing subdivision of land.
All right, Lenny says, yes, structural for a specific design I have, which I know will need more engineering than usual.
My daughter, Tony.
Serenity says portfolio income.
Yeah.
What is portfolio income?
Portfolio
is that your stocks?
Is the same interest, I think. Interest income and paper asset income.
Oh, mm-hmm. Capital gains, dividends, interest.
Mm-hmm. Same paper asset income, like your dividends, your interest, and some investments.
Lucozade says, when I was coming up with the name, I looked around the room and my eyes landed on a Lucozade bottle and then just added JE for it.
Lucozade on that one. Lucozade. So, I love drink Lucozade. You want a question?
I'm trying to get to it, but all these conversations were when you were talking, when you were teaching.
Cryptocurrencies are trending these days, yeah. Even if we can still get in, we did. Maybe behind on that one. But we need to go study cryptocurrencies. Those of you who love to study, go and study cryptocurrencies. Mm-hmm. Bank of Jamaica, I think, announced that they're going to be doing a digital currency soon, right? That's good. A cryptocurrency soon. I think it's sometime this year it's coming, guys.
Maxine said we're not asking no questions tonight. Tonight is joke night.
Joke night. You finish on the end of the question.
Oh, here's a question. In Jamaica, is home insurance more expensive depending upon how close your home is to water, the ocean?
Yeah. Okay. Sea. Because of the salt.
Okay. TJ says, when I purchase
the hurricane threat
in a development, do I own the land, the lot, the house is on, and the house, or just the house? You own both.
You own the land. You own both.
You own both. In some places, you only own the house, depending on what you bought.
Where?
Somebody else owns the land.
Where in Jamaica?
Not in Jamaica. Like in England, you can just buy the house.
Oh. Yeah. Unless you went and built a house on a lease land, then in that case, you don't own the land.
You just own the house.
Yeah. But as long as you bought one of our freehold, leasehold, then you own the land. You own the land under the house.
CM says, you can make decent money renting cars. Just try not renting to nobody who will thief it and sell. So much is happening in private rental.
Yeah, that's a tricky one to be sure that these people are not going to scam off with your car or use it to commit a crime.
Mm-hmm. Question, is there capital gain tax in Jamaica?
Not that I know of. Let's check for sure. I think it was I don't want to use the word abolish. I think it was stopped.
Ooh, there is no tax on capital gains in Jamaica as of.
How's that going?
Oh, that was written the 20th of March 2021, but I'm not sure when it happened.
Hold on. There is no capital gains tax in Jamaica unless circumstances dictate that gain should be treated as business income. Long-term capital gains tax rate. I think it was Minister of Finance. Hold on. Website. I've been Minister of Finance. I think it was removed enough. What we have in Jamaica is transfer tax. And that's now at 2%. I need to check it, but I think there is no. Type something. What is the capital gains tax in there? Oh, if there is no capital gains tax in Jamaica, and it suits you to buy the real estate, and then when you get older, going off on your pension, then you sell a property as your income.
Oh, so you buy that property just to secure a pension?
Yeah.
And then you maybe rent it, and then when
Not
you
even rent
retire,
it could be a piece of land.
or a piece of land.
Yeah. So you just buy a piece of land now, even if you have to take a loan, and that money that you're paying monthly is like you saving for your retirement. And then when it comes down to the retirement, you sell the land, and that's your income for that year, depending on how much money you get. Could be for the rest of your retirement.
It just depends, yeah?
Yeah, it just depends. And the circumstances dictate.
So you think that if you purchase land instead and then sell it back at the start of retirement for capital gains, that's better than you putting funds in a private retirement fund?
Personally, I think so.
Okay. That's something to think about.
Oh, I can do a case study because I had one where they put it in Scotia. It never worked. I'm saying, you buy a piece of land, they're gonna get more money. But because a couple of things. So you put it in a retirement scheme, they don't take tax up front. But in the back end, when you're ready to go on retirement, them take the tax.
All of it?
They take out the tax, the income tax. And if you get when you get the money little every month, them take out the tax.
So it makes better sense then if there's no capital gain tax to just pay a little property tax on a piece of land every month and then sell it at the end and just collect all the cash. There's no tax.
There is no tax. You only pay transfer tax at 2%. There is tax, but transfer tax at 2%. And stamp duty at 5,000, 2,500.
But there's no extra tax.
There's no extra tax. And the registration is only 0.25 divided over 100 times the sale price.
Okay.
So that would be
all right. Somebody says, I definitely need to learn about subdividing land process and also the rough estimate of putting infrastructure such as road, street light, and drainage for 15 acres.
As a civil engineer would do that for you. Pricing.
But is there a rough estimate of how much you need?
No, that is a hit and miss.
So it really depends on the terrain.
Depends on the terrain. Depends on where on the island you are.
And who you get to do the work.
And we get to do the work. Some terrain are already good with the ground beneath it. And that you have to compact, it's already stony or rocky, and the sub base is good. Some terrain not good. Them are clay soil and marl and all of that requires more work, more compacting, more filling, more everything. So it can be a hit and miss with that one. In terms of the pricing for the pricing for the actual subdivision itself is fixed. Because you can't know how much a surveyor will charge you per acre. And I'll try to get some of those prices. How much you might charge you per acre for do the pre-check diagram, how much you might charge to the pegging, how much you might charge, based on the per acreage. You know how much the parish council will charge if you submit it. That preliminary thing is
maybe
fairly fixed.
Do something with a case study where you get some actual costs.
We're not having a current development. We're having a current subdivision on Need Road. No. And I tell you, with the roads and the electricity and this and those things, water, it's subjective.
Yeah.
One man will tell you 400 million, next man come tell you 200 million.
I know, because to run water and sewage lines, you can get someone very expensive or very cheap. Yeah. It just really depends.
So that's a hit and miss here in Jamaica. When it's a hit and miss where you have to just go only for running on the ground. You have to basically move around to with a lot of people and know somebody, know this, know that. Yeah, that man can do it. Yeah, that man can do it. Yeah. Move around,
Okay. TJ, if I purchase a property,
it helps if you have somebody in your team who knows subdivision.
If I purchase a property in a development that is not yet completed, at what point do I start paying the mortgage? Would I be paying a mortgage while the property is not yet livable?
Somebody billing for him?
They're buying a development.
No, when the development hand over the key.
That's when your mortgage starts?
Yeah. When you get the key, when the developer gets him paid from the mortgage company, and then he hands over you the key, that's when you start paying mortgage.
Okay. Unless it's a case where the house is ready and the key is available, but you are overseas and can't access the house, then your mortgage might start before you get here.
Yeah, your mortgage starts once the developer is complete. And I told the bank that he's complete, and the bank pays over the money. Once the bank disburses the funds to the developer, the builder, the contractor, or whomever, your mortgage starts. You have to start paying. Some banks even start charging interest on the money that them disburse already. So if the bank disburses in phases for your building, those are doing construction, it's only NHT allows you 1 year moratorium. So you don't have to pay NHT no money. Yeah. When we took our loan for building, build our own land, we didn't pay NHT any money until 1 year after. So the NHT gives you 1 year to do your building. The banks don't do that though. Once the bank disperse the money, you have to pay interest on the money that they disperse. And them draw that out of the money every month. So
Blessed Green Chick wants to know, how does foreclosed properties work if I want to either get a loan or buy cash?
When you say foreclose, foreclose is the banks here own the property. So you contact the bank directly who have the foreclosure, make an offer, them say yes, you proceed. Foreclose. You can contact realtors for foreclose. Sometimes we, the banks, give us the foreclosed property to be sold. But the foreclosure properties here means that the banks have gone in and tried to sell this place because the people default, them can't get it sold. And them now foreclose, meaning them take the property from the person, put them name, the bank's name on it. So the foreclosed properties are usually bank-owned properties. When it is in private treaty, the owners can still own the property, quote unquote, still have possession of the property. And the owners can still sell the property at that stage. But once it is foreclosed, the original owners now have no talk or no say again. The bank already foreclose on them and take the property from them and own it now. And if the bank sell the property now, they're not giving the original owners any money. Right? So it is saying, so those of you, if you have properties on private treaty where the bank is saying, hey, you owe, say you don't pay us, and then put it to auction, and then put it to private treaty, you can still sell the property and pay the bank and get the difference of the money. But if you allow the bank to go into foreclosure with you, you're not going to get anything. So if anybody here listen to me, if you have a property that the bank did the auction or they're about to do the auction, or the bank is now gone to auction, nobody bought it, it's now a private treaty, call me or Tony and I make us sell the place for you before the bank foreclose. If the bank foreclose on you, you don't have anything to get. We will sell the place and the bank get for their money, because usually you do have some equity in it. Usually you do have some equity in it, right? So don't wait until the bank foreclose. But the person who asked me the question, if it is a genuine foreclosure, not a private treaty, no, a foreclosure, then you can put in an offer to the bank.
Okay, and
the bank say yes, you get the property.
And now somebody is asking, could you explain private treaty?
All right, so there are 3 stages in Jamaica. The first one is auction. Everybody know what that is. So like me, I'm an auctioneer. Even though I don't practice auctioneer, but I have an auctioneer license. So a bank will call and say, Miss Davis, I have these properties at auction. I set up an auction date, a venue. I advertise that this auction is going to be done on this day. You come to the auction and you bid on the property. All right? If you bid, usually we don't take below the reserve price for the bidding. So if the bank says, I want 10 million, this is a reserve price, and you bid 9 million, chances are you're not going to get it. You have to bid 10 million to get the property. So you bid 9 million, everybody have bid on that 10 million, auctioneer, I'm going to close the auction and say, hey, I have not reached the reserve bids, so therefore I'm withdrawing. So the property is withdrawn and you can no longer bid. After the auction, it goes to private treaty. So you can now submit an offer to the bank. And at this point, too, you can probably submit even a lower offer. Or I would say you submit at the reserve price, because remember, the person whose house it is or whose land it is, they still have a right to the money or the equity that is in the property. So they may have bought this property for $1 million, bought 800,000 from the bank. Something happened, them can't pay the mortgage. I'm still owe the bank 800,000, but the property is now valued at $3 million. And the reserve price is 2.8 million. So really and truly, we're going to try and get 2.8 million, give the bank 800,000, pay the transfer fees and so on, and give the person who owned the place the rest of the money, right? That's why we don't go below the reserve value. Now, if it does sell at the auction, private treaty. So you put in an offer to the bank, and I say, try and put in an offer up to the reserve value. Then, if nobody coming with any offer, right, Zans? Nobody comes with any offer up to the reserve value. The bank not giving it to anybody. Sometimes you can put in an offer less than the reserve, and the bank may talk to the owners, and the owners agree to accept below the reserve. Fine. So you still put in your offer. But let us say, no, let us say that didn't happen. So you go to auction, nobody bought it. Go to private treaty, nobody bought it. After a while, the bank get fed up. They want their money. So then they now apply to the court and say, hey, we're trying to sell this place over 1 year, 2 years, we're not getting anywhere enough. We need to foreclose. And sign off, it's foreclosed. Because the bank have to show that they tried to sell this place. And that you too not paying the money. You refuse to pay the bank for whatever reason. You cannot pay the bank for whatever reason. So it's now foreclosed. And that's what I say. Don't let the property get to foreclosure. Once it gets to foreclosure, you, the owner now, original owner of this place, would borrow the money from the bank, no longer have any equity or can get no money out of it when it sells. It's a dead duck. So all of the money we did pay the bank before dead. So call me and Toni-Ann before that happened. On the bank right here and say, hey, you don't pay us for 3 months enough. And you realize, hell, I'm not going to pay them. I'm better you sell the place. Sell the place, grab your equity and buy something cheaper, right?
Should have questions here.
Hi, Xander. Call him mommy.
No other questions. They're complaining about a Chinese restaurant.
Chinese restaurant? No? What?
I'm not sure. I'll have to read the full thread. But I don't seem to see any other real estate questions right now. Oh, here's another question. Do you consider Mandeville, not Patrick, to be a good investment for land?
Mandeville used to do well when you had Northern Caribbean University up and running full steam. When you had the bauxite companies up and running full steam. That has taken a beating. No. Most of the activity moved to the North Coast, especially surrounding the Draxal area.
So what's not Patrick good for?
No?
Are there any developments out there? Or just country land still?
Country land still, I don't know. Unless you ever do a subdivision, maybe. People will always want place to live. Land, quarter acre, half acre, and stuff like that.
I remember when we spoke to NHD, they said they were looking for, NHD persons were looking in Manchester.
Yeah, for land. Although we have Newport out there, it's still not selling. So it can be tricky. We have a Cedar Grove to not selling. So I know Mandeville is slow, bad.
Or maybe the right people not seen it. Maybe I need to send a target to Manchester.
Manchester, maybe.
We're gonna try that this week.
You have anything else? How you know the question?
Yeah, just hold it straight. Like this way. And just look here.
Somebody said, Lucas tells say somebody has spent too much money on Chinese food. Yeah, she's gonna remind you to practice land banking. Any more lots in Pembroke Estate? No, Pembroke Estate call us, ask us if we have any to sell. No, there's a typical case of land banking and capital gain. Pembroke Estate started at 2.5 million, guys. Went to 3 million, 3.5. Selling now at 4.5 and 5 million. So those persons who bought Pembroke Estates at 2.5, 3 million, 3.5, they would have made a capital gain of $1 million, 1.5, and so on in about 2 years. And if they hold on to it a little longer, because people start building now, they hold on. I'm sure those Pembroke Estate running all up to $10 million. So
especially once the other areas start to be built out.
Right. So that's another way capital gain. Those of you who wanted the land banking, remember I said it last week, you look for new development up and coming. Like when I was selling the Draxal, Hills of Draxal, or I was selling Pembroke Estate, or I was selling Ocean Point. And so I saw quite a number of new developments, right? You look for new developments. Remember, you're going to be the lowest, that's the lowest point you're going to get it at. If you do have a lot of money, buy the land. Now that is where you can use for your capital gain. You buy the land and you do your land banking. Remember, I say you don't need cash. What you need to do is go get a loan. Have your 10%, get a loan, pay your monthly money every month, and that is you saving the money in the bank. That is how I developed it. When Robert Kiyosaki was talking about the land thing, I had to read the book, was it 3 times, and then finally said it because I was all running around trying to do it the way he said, which was to get real estate and rent it out and get, but in Jamaica, the rent got cheaper than the mortgage money if you buy a building, right? And then he said it in the last half, and friend was looking some land, and I'm going to tell him, I'm going to read the book. Read the book. And that's when it hit me. I said, land, yes, I could land. And then I started to develop it in my head now. And then I said, what could I do it that way too, you know? So what I did was you get a loan, guys. Get a loan. So only use 30% of your debt service ratio to buy a property where you live. The other 20%, you want to look for piece of land, use that 20% debt service ratio now, get a loan, and pay for that every month. That's a part of your pension strategy. All right. Is there any? Let me turn this.
Hold it straight.
Oh, water. But Newport, where the land is in Newport, have water, good water supply too. Have to build a tank. Yeah, you have to build a tank in Mandeville. But Newport, where the land is, have water. So does Cedar Grove.
So somebody says there, I'm buying Palmetto Estate now, and I got it for 4.5. Right.
There you go. When I was selling, it was 3.5. You never saw the videos. That was when last year, wasn't it?
Last summer.
Last summer. Mm. And we actually saw it at 2.5 and never buy it either. But that's a strategy that you can use. You can also follow a developer around, you know. So somebody asked about Chemtech earlier. If you are following Chemtech from the first place that they built, go on the Chemtech website and see how many places they built. And buy into each of their schemes, you make money. Follow a developer. So you have Chemtech, you have Wicon, you have Gore, you have Housing Agency of Jamaica. So like Gore builds so many all over the place. Gore, Trelawney, Montego Bay, Old Harbor, they're now in Portmore, and they're in Discovery Bay. So you can follow a developer around and buy for them things when you see it come up. If you're persistent and you're consistent and you focus and you know what you want, you literally can do that, right? Because they're in a development, in them doing a development like maybe every 5 years they're in. All right?
5 years or more.
Could
or
be.
less, I mean.
Xander, don't worry. You want to sleep now?
And let go my hair.
You want to sleep now? What is it? You have to talk. What you complaining about now?
We know YouTube live finish. Oh,
what are you complaining about, Xander? Xander, you turn it back to the people you want to look forward.
He wants to sleep.
He wants to sleep. Yeah. That is
And his son put it to sleep.
That is a sleep mumble. Xander, don't worry.
All right, folks, we're actually at the end.
We're at the end. You know more question? Why is rent so cheap? Serenity, I never saw this here.
Miss Davis, I was watching for a few videos of you and Tony working a house in the hills, passed by phase by phase, enlightening. Is there a video of the finished structure, like the final house tour?
Oh, we don't finish it. What happened? We keep jumping into other projects and not finishing. That was a house that we should have lived in, but these two young ladies, Rachel and Toni-Ann, claim them not learning to drive because they don't want to drive so far. So I would be stuck up in there by myself. So we have put other things, but we'll have to finish it, right? I can't answer the question.
Oh, it's an NHT scheme coming by. Is somebody saying it there? The
Where?
Cedar Grove land should sell quite easily with the NHT scheme coming nearby. Actually, it's just around.
It's just around. We saw it, you know, that NHT scheme is when you pass the land and sell it, and you make the first right turn. That's it. Richie, come for Zanzi Mossy. What is it? What is it? Tired? Zan? You want to talk? No? Yeah.
Go to mommy.
Go to mommy's hand.
Oh, my hair.
Yeah, I saw the scheme when I was out there looking at the land. I saw the scheme. Cedar Grove looks stony. No, it's not stony, Maxine. I saw it. It's actually an NHG scheme. Yeah, big scheme going up. Invest in real estate, in your opinion, St. Andrew. If you can't afford St. Andrew, go to Portmore.
And if Portmore is not your budget, Spanish Town.
Yeah. St. Andrew might not be a budget, but Portmore for sure. Spanish Town. Somebody asked Lucas Aid what him is order tariff. Oh, Lucas Aid asked. What is the process to purchase tax sale property? What is tax sale property? We don't have that in Jamaica. I know what you're talking about. We don't have that. We don't sell people property because them can't pay the property tax. Property tax is too cheap here for people not to be able to pay that. By the time them jump on, them can't pay it. So we don't have tax sale property here. No. And I hope they don't bring it. I've seen it have NWC and Light, and I'm in the finalized agreement stage now. You need to find a way to do the viewing because it's going really fast. Where is that, Maxine?
You have to probably scroll up.
Which, that's a scheme they're talking about. Oh, Sharika. Where you scroll down?
No, you're at the bottom now. Oh, Perth. Oh, Perth. They're selling more in Perth.
More in Perth? I didn't know that.
Nice. We've been there.
Yeah, I didn't know Perth. Perth?
I think it's an NHT scheme too.
It's an NHT scheme, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. If I could have get one of those, I would have buy it too. Look at it. I usually order chicken in black. The best place to buy the Chinese though is where you buy in the north side. What's the place name again? Golden Dragon? No. What's the north side restaurant name? A north side name?
Yeah, there's two of them though.
North side Chinese restaurant?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, the two Chinese restaurants in north side is pretty good.
The one that's nice is the one at Chelsea's.
So
nice.
they don't bother it out so low. Next thing property tax go up. Property tax now go up. Property with them, if they would just collect the property tax, they would collect enough.
Mm-hmm.
Not per. It's not really all.
Morelands is nice, but doesn't have water, and they don't plan to put it. Morelands doesn't have any water?
That's strange. I thought they had water. Oh, so the people don't have a truck water? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Palmbrook have water though.
Palmbrook has a well.
Yeah, Palmbrook have their own well. Palmbrook dig and find water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're at the end?
Yeah, we're at the end.
No more questions. All right. Next week I'll do subdivision of land.
Feeling for Chinese food.
We have ends now you can order. Outside of the hour.
Oh yeah, they're the only ones working now.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So that's a wrap, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, try the two in north side. Those are good. We use them all the time. There's an Indian one in the back too. Pushpa. There's an Indian one in the back.
Their food is really good.
Their food is really good. If you like Indian, they're in the back. Thank you, Lucas Aid. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. I really enjoyed today's session. So next week, subdivision of land.